Aquarius, welcome to your 5 card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. Here we are. Wow. All right, well, first off, I just want to say you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles on the board, which is a good balance of both nurturing and managerial energy regarding your resources. Just want to point that out right off the bat. All right, so the Queen of Pentacles being you are not only grateful for everything that you have, but you are in the process, or have been in the process for a while, of creating an environment for your resources to grow. So by resources, I'm obviously wealth, money, health, and also anything that you use to leverage in one way or another. So a lot of times this is spirituality. A lot of times when this is a vocational spread, when we talk about resources, we're talking about networking, having the right contact, knowing the right people, walking that political line that needs to be walked sometimes in order for you to have a better relationship with your boss or your client, or in order to get in a new product, however that works for your vocation. You're creating an environment where what you can leverage is in a period of growth. Now, it's a little tiring, it's a little exhausting, but you're very passionate about making the decisions to move forward. Okay. So you're defensive of your actions, even though you don't necessarily have the upper hand. Okay. So it feels like you're willing to put in the work and the effort, even though you're tired, even though it's too much. There's something that you're working on that has potential growth in the long run. There's a return on investment in what you're doing, and despite the fact that you're exhausted, you're really pushing for that particular thing. And it kind of feels like everything is working against you. The schedule is working against you. The process is working against you, and this and that. However, your journey shows you're on the right path. Okay. So if this is about nurturing those resources, this is about effectively managing those resources. And the thing about the King of Pentacles is the King of Pentacles, when he gets to his throne, he got there not because he was the fighter and the warrior, he was the negotiator. Okay? So when this person got to his throne, he got there by helping build other people up, not by tearing other people down. He didn't storm other kingdoms. He traded with other kingdoms. He really used his head in order to manage his resources properly. He's a very honest politician, is the way that I want to put it. Okay? This is an honest nurturer, and this is an honest politician. Now, in your outcome, in the potential outcome, you have the King of Cups. This is about emotional intelligence. Okay. So the reason I'm pointing this out between the two kings here is that these are not the kings who fight to get where they want. If you want the kings who fight to get where they want, you're looking at like the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Here you have the planner and the giver. Okay. So your journey and your outcome is about reciprocity, about trade, about I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Okay, so there's a partnership that you're working on in regards to growing your resources here. You're exhausted. This is hard work for you. You might be stepping out of your normal zone, Aquarius tend to be very, very persuasive people. So you might just be overworking and just tired of constantly having to persuade. Yeah, see, now we have another king on the board, and he's in the inverse. This is the King of Wands. Talks about being a benevolent leader, but he also, he doesn't necessarily want to fight, but he will if he has to. So he has that wand in order to show force. Um, it looks to me like you don't have to show force. And it looks to me like it's more important for you to find the equality and the balance than it is for you just to come in and take over the project. But you feel very much out of your element. You feel like, oops, sorry, this is upside down. So is this. I don't know why I'm flipping these around. So you feel a little bit out of your element because usually what you do is you persuade people. You're very forceful with your ideas. Um, and your passion. So you usually persuade people and you usually know the direction to go in. You usually feel like you have the recipe. And if you flex your voice enough, you're usually in charge of the situation. It feels like you don't have all of these elements on the board and you're unsure of them. That's why this is so exhausting for you and you feel like you don't have the upper hand. Even though you're going in the right direction, you're working outside of your comfort zone in order to do so. Um, I don't know if your company or if you're interested in like the Myers-Briggs personality test or the DISC model. I'm very familiar with the DISC model, and what the DISC model says is, at home, this is the way you communicate, this is the way you give and receive information. And if at work you give and receive information a different way than you do at home, that's going to cause you more stress on a day-to-day basis because you're working outside of your natural comfort zone. And that's what this feels like right now, Aquarius, is you're moving in the right direction and you're getting things done that you need to get done. And the reason it feels so tiring is that you are just communicating information outside of the natural way that you communicate. So if it feels rough and frustrating and like it's not getting anywhere, I promise you it is. It's getting somewhere. You're just doing things in a different manner than you're used to. There is no growth without discomfort, and you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone to achieve this goal. So, congratulations. You're on the right path, even though it doesn't feel like it. I'll talk to you guys next week, and I hope you found a message that serves your highest good.